Hi there, it's Stogie Mike from Stogie's downtown in Valdosta, Georgia. Today we're going to be talking stogies about rating cigars. Should be fun. Hey, welcome back. Welcome to Talking Stogies with Stogie Mike. And, when you start talking about rating cigars, we all read in a lot of the cigar magazines that we subscribe to and look at from time to time. And you look at all the different ratings that you have. I mean, you look at like the Perdomo ratings and some of the ratings that are on like the Rocky Patels and some of the other fine cigars that we have, and they're rated by cigar magazines all over the place. There's Cigar World, there's Cigar Aficionado, probably the most famous of them all, where a lot of the ratings go. And the humidifier is turned off. Silence is golden. But at any rate, a lot of them, of course, put on the cigar faces that, they have ratings from all these different types of magazines and all. That's all well and good, but it's what you like in a cigar, and we've talked about this before. It's what you like in a cigar that makes the difference on how it's rated, because you may not agree with what they've rated at. You can do a simple rating yourself, and I've read in some of the magazines around that, it's kind of easy to do that, and you can develop your own point system. But there's a few things that you want to take into account when you're rating your own cigar, and then you can see how close you are to maybe some of the other magazines. For instance, what does it look like? How does that cigar look, its appearance when you pick it up? And how does it look in comparison to other cigars that perhaps are in the same box? What's its flavor like? What are the characteristics? What are you getting out of the cigar if perhaps that's the way it goes, and you are able to separate all those little parts and the tastes that you get in a cigar? And then finally, what's your overall impression of it? So when we break that down, one publication that I saw, which I think was Cigar World, at any rate, let me see, I wanted to reference a sheet that I had here. It's like a Cigars magazine, actually. I saw this in it. It was an online thing. And they actually gave some guidelines on some points as far as ratings. Of course, 100% or 100 points would be the total. And then when you break it down, you start looking at 15 points for its overall appearance. And how many points are you going to give it when you look at the cigar? When you pick up a cigar, what does it look like? What's the wrapping look like? And what's its overall look like? It's that's a pretty cigar. It's a 10th anniversary Perdomo, nice golden wrapper, so it kind of goes with the whole theme of it. This one is a diesel, but it's got a lot of different accoutrements, and along with the bands that have, it's very attractive and got great eye appeal when you're looking at it. And the cigar itself really is complemented by the bands that are around it. But, does this attract you to the cigar, make you want to smoke it perhaps, along with maybe some of the other things that are on the labeling or the outside box of the cigar? So, give that the points that you think, anywhere up to about 15 points. Then, as you light it up, what's the flavor? Do a cold draw on it before you actually light the cigar or toast the cigar. Clip off the end of it and do a cold draw on the cigar. And what do you taste out of that? Is it pleasant? Is the scent good? And that could perhaps go up to 25 points in your scale. And again, break it down the way that you like it. But start looking at what that overall flavor is when you're first smoking on the cigar. And as you go through, how are those flavors continuing to impress you as you go through the cigar? And the characteristics of the cigar is another 25 points. Perhaps you're looking for, some will tell you there might be a nutty flavor in there. There might be some different tastes or aromas that you might get. How many different characteristics do you get, and what do you taste out of that cigar that makes it special or unusual to you, or stands out above other cigars that you might do? And then the overall impression that you had after you finished the cigar. That might be another 35 points to give you that 100-point scale. And then add them all up. Now, your overall impression of the cigar can vary a great deal, but it really should go on your total smoking experience of all of them, and kind of see what that all comes to when you go over it. And then add them all up and take a look at it as compared to maybe some of the other ratings that you've seen. When you bought the cigar and you looked at it, it might have had a total point scale on the box as well, or in the magazine that you looked at. And keep a little ledger. Start a book at home. Put your little bands, your cigar bands that are on it, take it off the cigar, put it in your pocket, maybe glue one down to a page, and then write your own rating and write the rating of the publication that you saw it in or that was on the cigar box, and keep track. It's a lot of fun. And, for those of you just using it as a hobby or whatever, it's just something else you can do to keep track of your cigars and your impressions of them. So have fun with it. It's what it's all about, is enjoying the cigar and having fun with the cigar and comparing notes with your friends. If you have some comments, have some questions you'd like to, share them with us, if you would, down below where it says comments. We always love to hear from you, and it gives us some ideas on what you'd like us to touch upon in the future. So till the next time, Stogie Mike here from Stogie's Downtown. We'll be talking stogies again. You have yourself a great day.